since way back, trying to fight for the Black lives, or the Malcolm X, trying to fight for the Black lives. And at the same time, it feels like the blacks are the ones actually putting us down at the point. Yeah. I mean, you realize that the people who are allegedly accused for the matter Tupac Shakur, they're all blacks.
Yeah.
There ain't no whites in them. Yeah. Why is this really happening? All right, everybody, welcome back to the Kings and Queens show. You know what it is. It's your boy, Keefe Kelly, once again. We're back on the show. I got my special guest in the house, you know, someone special, someone authentic. What's your man? What's good?
Nothing much.
You good?
How are you, King Kelly?
I'm good. Man, welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm glad, cause
bro, the last time we was on the show, it was a different kind of setting. Right now, we're in a different kind of setting, yo, bro.
I love the ambience. The ambience is so.
The what?
The ambience, basically, because the environment is so musical. It drives you to something different.
All right, I hear you. Yeah. I hear you. All right, I'm gonna let my special guest introduce himself to the fans. Yeah. All right.
First of all, I'd like to thank the viewers out there. My name's Alan Webbs. And I'm really happy to be here at the Kings and Queens Men at Work.
All right.
Yeah.
You say so, you heard the man. All right. So I'm going to go straight into our topic today. You guys heard about Tupac? Tupac Shakur. Hey, you heard about Tupac?
Yeah, possibly. I didn't have a chance to enjoy his music while he was still alive. But while I was growing up, my elders were always vibing along his tracks.
What did you know about him? What kind of music did you know about him?
I always love one song about him that was All Eyes on Me. Definitely, that's the best song I always love because I always love vibing along it in my phone.
I feel you, bro. Yeah. I feel you.
I had those tracks, those groovy tracks he always made.
Yeah. Man, that man was a rock. And his tracks...
I think he's still a legend, basically, up to now.
He is.
25 to 26 years down the road, I believe.
He is a legend.
No hip-hop artist has beaten his...
Yeah, so right about now, we got the news in the block, yeah? We heard how Tupac's case is coming back on ground, you feel?
Yeah.
So, first of all, I should have introduced you to the man himself. So, basically, I'm going to introduce you to his biography. Yeah. Yep. On September 7th, 1996, at 11:15 p.m. Yeah. Tupac Shakur, a 25-year-old American, man. This boy was young,
He died so young, possibly.
He was young. He was really young. Yeah. 25-year-old American rapper was fatally shot in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas Valley, Nevada. The shooting occurred when the car carrying Shakur was stopped at the red light at East Flamingo Road and Cavell Lane, Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah. Now, a little bit of his biography. Yeah. Tupac Shakur was born Lausanne Parish, Crooks. Yeah. June 16th, 1971, September 13th, 1996. Also known by his stage name, Tupac Machiavelli. Was an American rapper. He is widely considered one of the most influential and successful rappers of all time. Shakur is among the best-selling music artists, having sold more than 75 million records worldwide. Much of Shakur's music has been noted for addressing contemporary social issues and plagued inner cities. Now, much of his music was addressing contemporary social issues. Yeah, is that the reason why he was shot?
Possibly, I won't say it's the reason why he was shot because
you realize nowadays people get shot for saying the real shit, you know, like the real life story, you know.
King Kill, I think to me, Tupac Shakur's mother, it drives you back to Tupac Shakur's mother. She was an activist way back, fighting against the white race. So Tupac grew up with this into him. It was into his blood, into his DNA. The stepfather was an activist. The mother was an activist. Just like you say.
Yeah, I actually read about on his article. I noticed that they say he's parents were political activists.
Exactly, that was it.
Yeah.
They could always rally people into different hidings, not even the government having to know that they were rallying somewhere. So Tupac grew up in such an environment. That's what always drove him to write his music, I think.
Yeah.
Because his music was such a turning point to many. Exactly.
Many people.
Yeah.
Mostly the youth, huh?
Exactly.
The youth really loved
He was always looked to as a leader when he was growing up.
Yeah, so apparently the social media says they happened to have found out the person that shot Shakur.
Yeah, probably. Someone came out having witness and bearing it, having been given money to go and gun down the superstar, basically.
Have you heard of his name?
Yeah, I heard of his name, and I read the article because it was trending everywhere.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Why? At a point, I kind of asked myself, why after all these years, this one had come out at this specific point in time? Now, since when did he die? He died in 1996. Yeah. Now, all these years, and the person comes out today and tries to witness his murder.
Media everywhere, everything turns around just because stuff surfaced up. I think this is because this case, the American cases never die just like that. We have seen cases whereby a superstar or an artist or a politician goes into stuff and they tend to bury it just because they have money and they're into their prime time.
Sure.
When they get to that older age, you will see lights of R. Kelly, Michael Jackson. When they're in that age, stuff starts coming out with people having to bear witness because they're at the time whereby they are too powerful that the law can't even put them down. So I believe during that time, there was a lot of people who were behind the gunning down of Tupac.
Yeah.
So it reaches a time whereby the former manager is imprisoned. The former manager is saying he doesn't know anything about it.
Who is this? Who is this former manager?
We are talking of Suge Knight.
Yeah.
Not until Keefe D comes out.
What was the record label?
It was Death Row Records.
Death Row Records.
Yeah.
Was he in another record label?
No.
Before this one?
Tupac had never signed for any record label. It was Death Row because they picked him right from the street.
All right.
Made his first track. He had some tracks, but they made him global.
I was reading part of his biodata, and he would say by the time they signed him, that was after he just come out of jail. Yeah. I mean, he just come out of jail under charges of sexual assault.
Yeah, basically because when you look at Black Americans, most of them that have made it through, we only look at those that have made it through the international market. But when you look at most Black Americans, you have to go to jail at times to be noticed as someone, as a man.
Yeah.
In the US. That's one, just like
you had to first go to jail.
You have to first go to jail, then you'll be looked at as a man.
I thought it was more if a person was carrying a Glock on his waistline, that's when he's known as a man.
No, basically you can hold it onto your waist, but you can't use it. That's why you see most Americans will tell you, never point a gun at me if you can't pull the trigger.
If you can't pull the trigger,
yeah.
Huh? Yes, sir. You heard the man.
So basically, I look at Suge Knight having been taken to jail. After
why do you think they choose Suge Knight? Is it because Tupac was planning to get out of the album?
Yeah, I think that's why.
To get out of the record label.
I think that's why, because that proof would be because you can't just let someone you've invested in a lot of money and you're seeing him move away telling him, I'm giving you one last album. And you're seeing him move away going to another record label, starting up something else. Basically, I saw something small whereby Tupac was ready to partner with Suge Knight.
All right.
Go to the other side of the country, open up another record label, but in partnership with Suge Knight. Suge Knight was okay with it. But at the end of the day, when he was gunned down, that's after accepting to give Suge Knight the last album he was supposed to give him. So when something comes up and this person is shot at, possibly the first person that will come to everyone's mind will be Suge Knight.
Yeah.
Because everyone, even if it was me, I couldn't just accept my money.
A legend is getting out of his record label, so he's going to make lots of losses.
And this is someone that is being referred to as a devil in the music industry, in the American music industry.
All right.
You look at someone having a record label called Death Row Records.
Yeah.
the whole industry knows him as a devil. When he wants something, he will go get it. So when Tupac is gunned down, everyone will have to say that's the guy.
Sure. We heard it wasn't Shigna only that was apprehended or allegedly accused for Tupac's shooting.
Yeah,
we've been hearing lots of people like the likes of Biggie. Biggie.
Yeah, possibly.
Puff Daddy.
Biggie had issues with Tupac, but these were childhood friends, right from school days. They grew up at the street together. At some point, Biggie reached a point and wanted Tupac to sign him.
Actually, they say Tupac and Biggie had a really close relationship.
Exactly.
It was more than you just can see.
To the point that Tupac had to have intercourse at some point, because when you reach a point and you are bigger than a friend, though you started together, Tupac went into having intercourse with a fiancé to Biggie. But that was the beginning of their beef, basically. But he didn't have to reach the point of killing each other.
Yeah.
They always went to hit studio, expressed out themselves, and that was over.
Well, talk about the beef between them. There was an instance that happened to Tupac and Tupac where he was invited by one of Biggie's artists, one of the friends to Biggie, Lil C's, for studio session. And in the process, where Tupac was going through to the studio, the lobby, he gets shot and gets robbed at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So apparently when they're trying to investigate the case, they realized that Biggie and Puff Daddy were in the same building. He was robbed and shot.
Exactly.
Yeah. So is it part of the reason? Is it the reason why? Is it part of the reasons why Biggie and Tupac had conflicts?
The reason as to why those two were together, Biggie and Puff Daddy, was that Biggie was signed under Puff Daddy's record label. So basically, as an artist and a manager, you always have a lot to do together. Move to clubs at night to promote your music, organize video shoots, meet a lot of people.
Was that the same night Mike Tyson was having a fight?
Exactly, that same night in that same place, Mike Tyson had a fight.
All right.
So at the end of the day, here Keefe D comes out with proof, having been given $1 million to gun down Tupac.
Keefe D.
Yeah,
that's the suspect that is moving in the news all over.
Exactly. He's all over the news.
Witness.
He wants to witness.
All right.
And there's a suspicion because there are tapes that leaked with proof of people witnessing against Puff Daddy. And that comes from the jury. Because, a jury has always a script when they're coming to court. They have a script they follow because they always have proof for everything.
Yeah.
So something leaked from the script of the jury, and it's into the news right now.
All right.
And all evidence leading to who? To Puff Daddy.
So allegedly, Keefe D is trying to testify that Puff Daddy gave him cash to gun down Shakur.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what's going on currently.
Brother, do you know what kills my mind at times? Yeah, I'm kind of wondering why people get shot each and every day in the States. Yeah. Recently, I had my friends who I work with, and the more of it, the Americans, and he was telling me about a story how his cars was going down, and the reason why this guy was going down, there was no issue why he was going down. Like the people that gunned him down, that's this type of guys who just come out of the bush from nowhere and just they enjoy killing people. Yeah. So on that fateful night, this guy was just walking along the streets peacefully, and this boy just pops out of the bush and just guns him down like over 15 times in his face, and they just found pride in it. So in my mind, that kills me at times. Why why people get shot every day? Like it brings a kind of insecureness in the person. Yeah. My friend was telling me how people in the States at times at certain blocks, you had to stand and you had to stand in a certain place and you had to all look around, watch out for yourself, who's coming behind you, who's gonna hit you from the back, you know? So why is it that people have this hard, stingy heart of killing your fellow blood? What's in the people's heart? We heard of different political activists trying to fight for the blacks, in the States.
Yeah, true.
Black Lives Matter and all that. We heard of Martin Luther King,
Yeah.
since way back trying to fight for the Black lives, or the Malcolm X trying to fight for the Black lives. And at the same time, it feels like the blacks are the ones actually putting us down at the point. Yeah. I mean, you realize that the people who are allegedly accused for the matter Tupac Shakur, they're all blacks.
Yeah.
There ain't no whites in them. Yeah. Why is this really happening in our country, in the States?
So
not actually in the States only, but in different countries.
It's all over in different countries.
Yeah.
Because when you look at America, for instance, America, as Black Americans, we all know their origin. It takes you back to the names you've listed down, the Martin Luther Kings,
Malcolm X.
The list is endless. They had a cause and a reason as to why they were fighting and leading masses out of slavery. They also wanted to get to the table. And here comes a point whereby Black people have gotten to the table. And now, around 3 generations from way back, do you know that most of the people that went on with the anthem of Black Lives Matter, most of them just went ahead with just jumping along it. But they only thought of the guy that triggered the issue, the guy that was nailed on.
Killed, yeah.
Most of them, that's the guy they looked at. But they didn't look at the bigger picture, fighting for the rest of the people behind them. They only thought of that person. They thought the whole world was fighting for that guy.
Yeah.
But they didn't go back to the names you listed down.
Yeah.
Why? When someone reached up there and they happened to get money, they happened to get rich, they happened to get everything they needed in the world, and an Black American will be listed as a billionaire, basically. I'll go basically to the side of music, especially because that's where I basically understand more.
Yeah.
When those people get the money, they never want someone to go through them or someone go beyond them. So anyone that starts to want to go beyond them, they'll have to pull you down at the end of the day. That comes back to why Black names were mentioned into Tupac's issue. Nothing like white. Why? You'll find that Suge Knight had a record label. Puff D had a record label.
Yeah.
Suge Knight had to fight Puff D because Puff D was going to open up a record label. He had a name and he knew how to break masses. He was a songwriter.
Yeah.
Making a star was so easy for him. He had news all over him. Puff D had a record label too. He had stars, but he couldn't make a star when Tupac was still alive.
He was trying to fight a legend.
Exactly. He had to gun him down in any way. That's why you saw Suge Knight coming up saying they had to inject Eazy-E with HIV, blood stained with HIV. He died of HIV. But they went and checked all the women he slept with.
None had
HIV.
Yeah.
Suge Knight came out on national TV bragging. They had to go and get blood stained with HIV from a person. They gave him money. They went and injected into him. Why is that happening? Anyone that tries to go there, they have to pull you down.
Is it more like people beef when someone sees you rising?
Exactly. And that's not only in the US. It's all over.
Because this ain't the first time I'm seeing a fellow black hitting a black.
Yeah.
You're seeing the South Africa now chaos that was happening like way back. Yeah, I literally saw a video clip that was trending on social media where a South African was actually hitting a fellow black.
Exactly, because they want them out of their country.
In my mind, I was wondering why does it have to be fellow black? Yeah,
it all drives back to one point.
Family.
We are family in words. When we are speaking,
how does a black person talk about racism and yet this is happening? How do you define that? Is it also racism too? Yeah, you're fighting a fellow black.
I believe it goes back to literally we don't want anyone going ahead of us. We as Africans, even if you find someone really wanting to give you a push.
What's happened to our culture, norms, and values of the Africans? Back in the ATS, we all used to work together.
Exactly, but this comes right from the families. You find a mother having 2 kids, a stepson and a son, the biological son.
Yeah.
They'll always try as hard as much as they can. If the son isn't working good at school, and the stepson is working good, they try as she will think the stepson is in a better school than hers. They will tell the parent, let this guy come back to a day school so that he can help me with work, house chores.
Yeah.
And then he will send the son to the other school. Why? Because she thinks the son will also perform as the stepson is performing.
All right.
At the end of the day, the son, the biological son, will grow with that into him. The mother will feed him with stuff. So don't expect such a kid to get out there to the world and have the heart we are speaking of, spreading love. He'll always want to pull down anyone wanting to go beyond him. So it starts right from family.
They're more like crabs.
Yeah.
The last time I was watching an animation of Boondocks, and this guy was talking about crabs. How crabs never want another crab. Never want to see another crab climb at the top of the sea. Yeah,
Never.
Always fight, bring it down.
Never.
Yeah. Why? There's Why do you think they allegedly accused Biggie?
I think
because these guys were really close.
They were close, but the fact
childhood friends who have been together since childhood, that relationship is unbreakable.
And by the way, something most people didn't know was that Biggie.
You know, Biggie didn't attend the funeral.
Yeah,
he didn't attend the funeral. Yeah. Now, most people may see that as one of the reasons why they should accuse Biggie. But at that point in time, when Biggie, when they killed Tupac, 2 days after, Biggie was arrested with his friend.
Yeah,
he's Lil C's friend. For marijuana possession. For drug possession. So he was in jail by the time. Yeah.
So to me, I think Tupac and Biggie, it was because of this, the girl issue they had between them. Because Tupac came out bragging in a song with lines I can't speak on air. As Biggie loved the girl so much.
Yeah.
So they ended up having that feud between them. At the end of the day, this was something that was instigated with Puff Daddy, having to film it for these two to break up. Because they were too close to be broken.
Yeah, sure.
And many people don't know that Biggie was even way much of a rapper than Tupac while they were growing up. Because Tupac had respect for that guy. He was too good.
Were they both songwriters? Because I know Tupac was a songwriter.
Yeah, Biggie was a songwriter too.
All right.
But he was so good. Just that, our fingers ain't the same.
Yeah.
You will do your craft, the world will decide on who to go with. So I would say Tupac was really the people's favorite. And this came from the mother. Those were something like a generation behind him. The mother was so loved with the crowd. The stepfather was so much loved with the people. So Tupac grew up with a lot of people he always met a lot of people, media personalities, news reporters, army people, government officials who always invested into their mother, because the mother was funded with different people, because she was a housewife. But she put up rallies everywhere. She could meet a lot of people. So Tupac had a lot of connections behind him. With you signing him, you only had to dust some dust off him.
Is that the reason why he had to get shot? At times, I'm trying to wonder why someone would come out of the blue to shoot Tupac Shakur, depending on how much he was loved and how much he had a gift in him.
Yeah.
His music touched a lot of people. That drives me to a question: why do we have to fight our own blood? Yeah, where is the love? I mean, I'm trying to ask myself, where is the love? That love that was there since way back, where one has to look out for each other. Where's that love gone? Because by the time someone shoots another person, they don't really care who loves that person.
Yeah.
Because behind every life, there are always people behind them. Yeah. People that look up to them.
Yeah.
People that look after them. People that love them. People that care about them. So by the time another person pulls out a Glock to shoot another person, it feels like they really don't care about that person and everything that holds up to him.
And what really hurts is that these people are people you know.
Mm-hmm.
These are people you know. These are
Your
people you
own
always
friend.
hang out with.
Yeah.
That's what I told you, that people are always envious about your success in most cases. So these were people around Tupac. They knew everything about him. They tracked his movements. They knew where he could be. So that's where Biggie comes into. Biggie and the friend called Tupac to come for a session.
Mm-hmm.
So it's at that session that Tupac is
Tupac
hit
is
at,
shot,
then robbed.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of people around there in the same business and having feud around them. So it was hard to disclose someone, so and so did this. Because it was around 3 people: Tupac, Puff D, Biggie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Suge Knight. You couldn't. That's why you saw a different person rising from nowhere saying, "I was given 1 million to gun someone down," but he was also a colleague amongst one of them, because being a friend to Puff Daddy, it was easy for you being a friend to Tupac. It was easy for you being a friend to Suge Knight.
Yeah.
So Tupac having been gunned down, I think this was something that was around the people around him.
Hey, brother Alan, I wanted to ask: Do you think the death of Shakur broke down the record label, the Death Row Records?
Yeah, I think so. Because ever since Tupac was lost, years we've always heard about his death. Mm-hmm. His music reaches a point in years, and it has a point whereby it hits so high, then it goes, just like Michael Jackson's music. It always hits high, then it reaches a point and it goes low. And I've never heard of any other artist. I know they have artists under Death Row Records, but I don't know any. I didn't find Tupac there because by the time Tupac died, I was only 2 years. But I've heard the name, I've listened to the music, I've watched the movies.
Yeah.
And I've tried to follow Death Row Records, but I've never heard of an artist coming from there. Be it Puff Daddy's side, he has tried to come up with artists and he's a stakeholder in the business, but still he hasn't had names record breaking like Tupac ever did. 25 years down the road, you can't compare Puff Daddy to Tupac.
There are actually some of those artists who have come out of Death Row Records and are really famous. The likes of Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Nate Dogg. Yeah.
That was before.
That was before?
Yeah.
Before Tupac?
Yeah.
All right. So after Tupac died, there ain't nobody who is being hired for those records?
I know none.
Are you for real?
I know none because the names you listed, those people are older than Tupac. Dr. Dre, Snoopy Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Those names are older than Tupac.
That was before.
That was before.
All right. All right. I said, brother, today I want you to give us a message to all people that are out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like my message personally is we need to get back that love where we all look out for each other.
Yeah.
You know, this kind of situation where we're out on the street and you have to look back at your shoulder, you know, trying to look out for yourself, who's going to come out of the blue and shoot you out of the blue, you know. So what do you have to say about this?
If I was to
What's your take on this?
If I was to give it,
what message would you give out to our dear peoples that are watching this talk show?
I would say something like 1 to 5 words. 1, let's spread love. 2, I believe everyone has fate, his own fate. You can never decide a fate for someone. Yeah. Each of us is destined for greatness in whatever fields we are. As you being great doesn't mean you have to be wealthy, have properties and everything. There are some of us who are happy and grateful to God. Once I help someone reach out their goal, I believe I'm happy and I'm successful.
Yeah.
That's the meaning of success to me.
Does that bring you to appreciation? Like one appreciating what someone has achieved? instead of being jealous?
Kelly, I think appreciation has led many people to depression. You shouldn't give out expecting to get out. If you are to help someone,
help them with all your heart.
Help them with all your heart, not expecting.
Yeah.
Unless otherwise, let them come back to you themselves to appreciate.
Out of their heart.
But once you start expecting to get, I helped Kelly become someone in this world. At the end of the day, I'm having financial issues. And I'm expecting you, because I'm seeing you topping charts everywhere. I'm expecting you to give me a hand. You also have problems. Just like I'm having problems. Just that you won't come out to express them out. At the end of the day, you're going to go into depression.
Yeah.
So I think the best thing is, let's just spread love, because once you have love into your heart, you won't get to such issues.
Sure.
You'll always want to push someone. Nevertheless, you get out or you don't get. You just do it for the sake, because you have to do it.
Sure.
Because to me, I think the only thing we should do is spread love and leave the rest to God.
Sure.
What comes around always comes around.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You had the man. Wait. The news that trending in social media. That was it's alleged that Puff Daddy Puff Daddy is the one that caused the murder Tupac.
Yeah.
So it's still alleged. They ain't have no proof yet.
Yeah, no proof yet.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. You had the man. You heard the man himself. You heard the message. Hey, one thing I could say to y'all all: love, love from the heart. Yeah, from the heart. You ought to show a lot to everybody that you around to. Yeah, please look out for each other. Yeah. Once again, you're in the Kings and Queens Talk Show. Hey, don't forget to drop your comments right below the section, and don't forget to click that like button and subscribe on that page. You feel me? Hey, it's your boy Keefe Kelly. You can find me on my Honda's Instagram, The Keefe Kelly. You can find me on my Facebook, The Keefe Kelly. On my YouTube channel, The Keefe Kelly. You know what it is. Hey, we can get an opportunity to invite you on the talk show. Just drop your comment. Hey, we should list you out. Yeah, and get to invite you to the talk show. I'm gonna hand it over back to my man. Hey, can you share your links to all those people who want to find you?
Anyone that wants to get in touch with me, you can go to my social media handles, Alan Webs. That's Alan with single L. Then Webs, WAVES. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, anywhere.
Aye, that's what's up, my man. Hey, you are the man. Aye, so it's the end of the show. I'ma see you next time. All right.